respect, with my heartfelt greetings. This is the national technological move of our country. So I would like to welcome you all, and I would like to extend my gratitude for the participants of TEKNOFEST and T3 Foundation and all of our organizations. I would like to congratulate you all. The first sparkle of this organization was fired by a few youngsters, but now we see that now all of our region and Anatolia was covered with this organization. And this is the biggest space, aviation and technology festival in the world. And we are now organizing the 5th organization. And this organization is now beyond our boundaries. And last year we have organized this organization TEKNOFEST in Baku, Azerbaijan. And today, now we are organizing this important organization in Black Sea, and we are together with you today. And now I have this wonderful view and table in front of me, and this indicates that TEKNOFEST is ours. TEKNOFEST is a different youth, and TEKNOFEST is now, with all of its power, is a different horizon for our young people. In 2018, we had the first TEKNOFEST, and the daily participant number was about 550,000, which is very extraordinary for such an event. But now, today, we see that only for competitors' application, we have seen the number of 600,000, and TEKNOFEST Black Sea is organized this year from 81 provinces, and we have 46,000 youngsters coming from 151 different organizations, and such a technology organization is adopted by our youngsters, and we would say that this is a mindful revolution. And some people try to trigger the light of despair, but we see the real table and real view now here with you. Yes, the reality of Turkey is the generation of TEKNOFEST, and the need of Turkey is again the generation of TEKNOFEST. When you see these young people, if you see something different than the bright future of Turkey, then you need to question yourself, because 100 years ago, these young people in Çanakkale was able to defeat all the world. And 100 years ago, we were able to win the victory, and we were able to defeat and cast into the sea our enemies. And for long years, for these years, our young people were defending the future and the freedom of Turkey, and these young people were able to glorify their nation. And for the last 2 decades, these young people were together with us in every endeavors, and they were our moral booster. And even 15th of July epic is a great success story for us, and it is again a great legend. So now we see these youngsters in Black Sea TEKNOFEST, and Turkey is now developing its own defense equipments. And when we first took to the roads, we said that we trust our youth. But some people were, as they did all the time, underestimated our young people, and they were trying to direct them, and they were trying to defeat them. But the time has shown that we are right. Nuri Demirağ, Veci Hürkuş, Şakir Zümre, you know what they did. They tortured, they grinned them, but we will not let them torture our young people, oppress our young people, because we always trusted our people. We always trusted our nation. As the poet Akif said, trust Allah, trust God. This is the path. I don't have any other path. So we opened the ways. We gave opportunities to our people, and thankfully now every people in the world and the world admires us. As our ancestor says, what goes around comes around. So yesterday they were not giving us defense products, but right now we are exporting defense products to those countries. It is not the time that I was the prime minister. This was the time that we won the election, and Bush was the president in United States, and we visited him at that time. I was not the prime minister, by the way, and we said that you would give us unmanned aerial vehicles, and what happened to them, because we are combating against terrorism. And at that time he invited Condoleezza Rice, and he said whether they gave unmanned aerial vehicles, and they said he said that we haven't given yet at that time, and Bush said that, and Bush ordered that you should give unmanned aerial vehicles, and within 48 hours United States sent us these vehicles. And after these discussions, Özdemir Bayraktar, our brother, said at that time, and they took the necessary steps, and the late Bayraktar, together with his sons, started to produce unmanned aerial vehicle. Let's send our prayers, Al-Fatiha, for the soul of Bayraktar.
Hamdolsun bugün sadece silahlı
Thankfully, we will say that unmanned aerial vehicles are exported more than 30 countries in the world, and we are proud of these vehicles. And now we have all these Anews and other products in our nation. We produce all of them, and I have Kızıl Elma, unmanned
dünya harp
war
tarihinde oyun
vehicle,
değiştirici bir hamle olarak
and this
görülmektedir.
will be a game changer in the world history. You see it right now. In terms of technology, we have different examples, different models, and as we are giving our example in the defense industry, but please rest assured that
Savunma sanayi.
don't be mistaken, because in all of the world, technological developments are generally in the defense sector, and in the shortest time, these technological developments will be seen in different areas, and
Lojistikten
these
tarıma kadar.
vehicles are also used in agriculture and logistics, and there are different application areas.
Birlikte
And with this enthusiasm, we are together with you and TEKNOFEST, and now we are trying to improve and raise our nation, our country on technology. And today
Cezerisi olmak,
we
Harezmisi olmak,
would like to be Jazari, Ibn Sina, and architect Sinan Ali Kuşçu, or Hazarfen Çalabi, or Katip Çalabi of today, and because I see that there are youngsters who are enthusiastic, and they are all eager to be like the names I just uttered. Our young people, our youngsters, are you ready for 2023 with this heartbeats? Because in the last 20 years, there are really important works and centenary works that we have accomplished. So we have 80% national defense industry now, but when we first took the office, it was about 20%. So we actualized our 23 vision and goals, and we will have 2053 visions, and we will have 71 visions. And once again, I am thankful, I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to walk with you, such young people. I was very lucky to be together with you, and I'm very lucky to be with you. So I see all of you as the ambassadors of technology. You, each and every one of you, are the ambassadors of technology with your energy. And there are other young people that we couldn't reach out for the time being, but year by year our scope will be enlarged, and thanks to TEKNOFEST we will include the other youngsters to this important event. We need 1 million, 2 million, 3 million of technology festivals. Can we do this? I couldn't hear you. Can we do this? Because our nation, our young people have this potential. Other than that, our festival will be realized together with our nation, and all corners of the world should also attend. The different participants from all over the world should attend the TEKNOFEST, and we should be a center of attraction. Dear youngsters, if you say that I have an idea, so you should not think of going to abroad to actualize your idea, because we would like to have such a technological climate that other youngsters from abroad would come to our country, and we have our flowers blossomed in this goal. But of course we should have peace, stability, security, and development in our nation and democracy. These should all be strong in our nation. You know, in the world and in our region, there are some crises, there are some conflicts, there are some droughts and miseries, and we see from north to the south, from east to the west, in all the geography, still there are many hurting issues, and as Turkey, we take our strength, and we are trying to distinguish ourselves as the symbol of peace, and I am proud of my nation. Our country, Turkey, is built on such a history that we cannot be weak. We cannot stay weak. And in terms of politics, economy, diplomacy, military, social, cultural, we should be strong, we should be powerful. Otherwise, we will be even worse than Syria, Ukraine, or Bosnia. That is why from education to industry, from agriculture to technology, from health to other sector, we are trying to close our gaps, and we are trying to make up for our shortcomings. That is why the technologic moves are very important. Infrastructure, employment, production, export, and we would like to have our growth. And you see that in the last quarter, we grew for 7.6%, and we rank second in terms of growth. And they say that crazy Turks, yes, you see now. You see crazy Turkish people, and they are continuing their way in growth. So we will distinguish, we will continue our goals, and the future of our nation is very important, and we will give our nation as the custody to our people, and with Atak, with Akıncı, with Hürkuş, with all of these national projects and different breakthroughs based on technology. We are proud of our moves, but we are not enthusiastic of war, but we are trying to keep our country strong and powerful. We have a national automobile, and we have our domestic national car, and our electronical systems, our satellites, and we are exerting our efforts. We can take it anywhere from the world, but we don't want to expose ourselves to embargoes or anything like that. So in the near history, I would like to share something with you. When the Republic was first founded, in order to strengthen our army, at that time we had need for warplanes, and there were different campaigns in our cities, and we were trying to buy warplanes. And in this framework, there were different donations. Nuri Demirağ was also visited at that time, and Nuri Demirağ said that if you are asking for donations, if our people need planes, then we should not leave it to the grace of other people. I would like to establish the factory to build our own warplanes, as the vision of Nuri Demirağ was not, as the politicians didn't have the vision such as Nuri Demirağ had at that time, our nation had to wait for 70 years. So, in order not to be in such a situation again, we are very proudful of our TEKNOFEST generation. Now, some people say that, why didn't you have it before? So why do you have these on your agenda? They can ask these questions now, but we need to ask this question to the past actors of Turkey, and we need to direct these questions in that mind, because Turkey, with all of these technological breakthroughs, why didn't we have it in the last 60 or 70 years? Because when we look at these periods, then you can see the answer very explicitly there. Because sometimes you named our youngsters leftist, or sometimes you see that Kurdish people, or you said that you are from this ethnic group, or you're from this race. But again, we see such dirty games again. We see such agendas again. So, is it possible to continue this? As Ziya Pasha said, that what you do as work is very important. And you see Akıncı right now. You see Kızıl Elma in front of you. Yes. In 26th of August, we were in Malazgirt, and then we have the conqueror, and with the foundation of our republic, we have veteran Mustafa Kemal. Now, together with all of them, we are continuing our path, and our success is visible, what we have done so far. The words are not powerful, the deeds are powerful. So we don't want our people to be enemies of one another. So there are some people that they just sullenly continue to be among other people. As our predecessors said, that the works are very important. If you have left any works in the world which are beneficial for the people, then you become visible, and you see us, and with all of our works, with all of our projects. You know, in the past, from United States to Europe, and from Russia to Brazil, from India to other countries, to Japan, all of these countries exerted their efforts to produce technology, but at that time Turkey was dealing with other issues, and those countries actually raised their youngsters with technology. But in our nation, our girls, our daughters, was at the gates of universities, and they were coping with the issues whether they should have headscarves or not. So the breakthroughs should be supported, but at that time the minimum standards were not met for even our nation. So even the politicians, bureaucrats, businessmen, academicians, they all have had a share and responsibility in these issues. And we know FETÖ issues, and you know that the betrayals of FETÖ, and you see this. And FETÖ was saying that the headscarf was a detail, they said. You said your professor or your master or hoja, but where is he now? He's in Pennsylvania, and he is fed by United States. So United States is now sending armaments to Greece, sending planes to Greece, and with S-300s they are threatening us. So Greece, please look at the history. Please turn back to history. Do not go further, because then the price will be heavy. We only have a sentence to Greece. Please do not forget Izmir. Please do not forget Izmir. The same Turkey. In many areas, Turkey is even beyond some most developed countries in some of the areas. If you occupy the islands, then it is not up to us. But when the time comes, we will do what is necessary. We say that we can come one night suddenly. There are some people who put shackles in our food, but we will not give any opportunity to those people. We will not put them in the way. Of course, we need some sacrifices, but we will the peace and the happiness and the welfare in the end. Of course, this is the struggle, and you see the concrete example here, Bayraktar brothers, who organized TEKNOFEST. For the unmanned aerial vehicle and for the development of unmanned aerial vehicle, they had different sabotage and they had different betrayals and infidelities, and I know this. They couldn't even take a runway, and their flights were banned and they were threatened, but still they continued their struggle. Now we have a world brand. While the Keben Dam was constructed, they said that you are building a lake for the frogs, and they tried to be a wedge to our project. You know these people. But you know, he even came to TEKNOFEST here. You know, when Vatan Street was constructed, they asked whether you will land a plane here, they asked. So they did everything to block our bridges, the construction of our bridges, and Yavuz Sultan Selim Bridge. They They tried everything
Boşuna uğraşıyorsun.
to
Biz Yavuz Sultan
put
Selim
back
Köprüsü'nü
our project, but we see that you are trying to do these issues in vain because we are going to finish our bridges. They did the same in Çanakkale Bridge. Still, we finished the construction of these bridges. They couldn't block these projects. They couldn't prevent because we reach our works to the point that even their dreams cannot reach. If we were stuck with these blocks, then we wouldn't be able to put any brick in our nation. So I would like to say that there are some hindrances, there are some obstacles, there might be some obstacles. Please do not give up the fight. Please do not surrender. Please do not lose your perseverance. And during my life, there is a sentence that I always repeat. I say that if you are patient enough, then you will reach the victory and you will succeed. As your president, I am together with you all the time. I feel young and I'm together with young people. I am with you. As my life gives me the chance, we will be with you, with all of our institutions, all of our ministries, all of our NGOs and private sector and families, and we will be able to succeed. And we, of course, when you achieve victory, there are many owners. But if you are not successful, then defeat is orphan. So when we say that, please do not cut the oil in Black Sea and please do not cut the natural gas, we always say that those who find are those who search for it. So if you try, maybe you may not have the result, but those who reach the result and the victory are the people who didn't give up trying. So I hope that your way will be bright and open. And once again, I would like to extend my gratitude for the organization of Black Sea TEKNOFEST. And once again, I also extend my gratitude for our citizens who are here today, and let's raise our hands and give a message to Turkey. Again, one nation, one flag, one state, one homeland. We will be one. We will be okay. We will be alive. We will be brothers and sisters, and all together we will be Turkey. I salute you all with love and affection. Regards.
İlham veren değerli konuşması için çok teşekkür ediyoruz ve yüksek müsaadeleriyle şimdi ödül törenimize geçeceğiz. Görevli arkadaşlar